Hi everybody, it's Nadia, wanting to hop on for this week. Boy, a lot changes in a week, and man, between politically mixed messaging, crazy messaging, whatever it is that's coming our way, we're taking it in somehow, and yet we're living to tell about it. And we're finding out in this time we are living to tell about a lot of things. It is an amazing time of people being ill, not just with the coronavirus, but other things are showing up. They're not able to get care. We're constantly asking questions. We're finding new ways to do things. We are rerouting every single thing we have ever known, including the way we think. Because the way we think is going to affect every single thing we do and are doing today, live time. Do we feel overwhelmed? Do we feel like we can't control this? Do we need to control this? Why do we need to control this? What can I manage in my world? We can do things like take out things that are negative. People that constantly want to argue with us. Why are we constantly interacting? We need to ask ourselves that question. We need to say to that person, do you realize you're doing this? Not inviting it into our space. If we are the person that's negative, to stop ourselves and say, hey, wait, why am I doing this? What do I have to gain by hurting another person's feeling? What am I really angry at? What's really bothering me? This is the time to fess up. If you're ever going to fess up in your life, today, tomorrow, the rest of your life. Ask yourself questions. Push your own buttons. Just yesterday, I found out we're going to stay in quarantine until July. And then I thought, what else did I have on that long list of things I wanted to do in this time? Because really, that's all I can control is myself. What do I want to learn? What do I want to do? How do I want to share my time with the people I love? There's a lot of things to do in 6 weeks of time. I could be already within 6 weeks. Instead of saying, what do I want to do today? What do I want to be done with in 6 weeks? What do I want to know in 6 weeks? What do I want to learn? Why do I want to learn it? Even if we are in cities where we are slowly coming back, a lot of people aren't going. Not because they're scared of the world, just because of science. We just don't know what we don't know yet. And until we figure that out, it would be premature. But take that thinking into yourself. There's a lot of things that I know none of us knew when all of this started. I know we didn't know. I know I didn't know. I didn't realize the most important thing in my life that I thought I made time for was how much time I needed just to get to 0. And then once I got to 0, I had all this energy. I was like, wow, all that stuff really laid high on my stress list, on my pressure list. Not even knowing there was a list, but apparently there was. And then my wings started to flap a little more. I started having some space. Then I started taking deep breaths, like real breaths, like the ones you could feel that you're like, wow, that feels really good. How could this feeling be foreign to me? Then I started realizing as I calmed down inside, not outside. Outside, I'm pretty darn calm. But on the inside, the things I would hear, the things I knew, compared to the things I thought I knew were different. Learning myself was the biggest discovery of this time. I started to feel like a kid again where I knew I was going to have my time tomorrow and I knew I had it today. So I got to reel myself into the moment as opposed to chasing every moment in my life. All this had to do with time and how we manage time, and it is something to manage. It's not something that happens to us alone. We are managers of our time. I don't think we'll ever not look at that the same again. I was telling my daughter yesterday, now you know how valuable your time is. Look at what you've learned in this time that you've had. And before that, we would make an appointment to see each other 2 weeks in advance, sometimes a month in advance, because every weekend was taken and every week was gone. It's amazing what's happening now. For the people who have enough, we're coming to the table. For the people who need emotional help, we're coming to the table. Because we're learning to come to the table for ourselves. We are learning ourselves through time, and we are learning each other by learning ourselves. And this is binding us